Hey, what's going on? David Alderman here. Today, part 2, neuroaesthetics. And I got more swag. So this is Anytime Fitness in Evergreen. You know, I've trained all over, big gyms, small gyms, but you know, Evergreen's my home. And I just love that place. And it's got great people, and it's open 24 hours. And it's got this new key system that works off the phone. It's amazing. So Anytime Fitness, talk to Rob, he'll hook you up. All right, so part 1, we talked, of course, neuroaesthetics. Samir Ziki is the go-to guy. Look him up. We talked about embedded cognition in a default mode network. And then today, we're going to talk about mirror neurons. And how mirror neurons work. And it's really cool, some of the things that they're finding out. But what I want to do is I do want to talk about, just try to give a little excerpt of the book every time we do a video. And look at these, look. I look so smart. But anyway, many of us tend to think of the arts as either entertainment or as an escape, a luxury of some kind. But what this book will show you is that the arts are so much more. They can be used to fundamentally change your day-to-day life. They can help address serious physical and mental health issues with remarkable results, and they can both help you learn and flourish. I'm telling you, this book is amazing, and it just solidifies all the things that we've been learning all these years. And the Norwegian doctors are actually writing prescriptions to go to a museum post-surgery. And this is like big surgeries, and they're getting better healing, faster results by just going and looking at a museum, some art once a week. It's pretty incredible. And what Ivy and Susan have also, I mean, I know this sounds a little incredible, but simply being involved in art 45 minutes a month can improve your life. Longevity, they're saying 10 years. I don't know, but listen, they're the doctors. I'm just an artist, all right? So anyway, back to mirror neurons, right? So what they did is they put EEGs, which you know, electroencephalogram, and then there's also they do the magnetic encephalogram also. But when the artist is painting, they would detect certain parts in the brain. Of course, we kind of go into theta, which is like a hypnosis, or it's almost like when you're young, from 1 to 7 years old. When you wake up, you have this brain pattern called hypnagogic hypersynchronicity, and it's a theta waves, and theta is 4 hertz per second. But when we're painting, us artists, or dancing or playing music and stuff, we tend to go into like a hypnotic state, and that is theta. And they monitor us while we're painting, so they have, you know, the quantitative EEG and all the analysis and data. But so they know when neurons are firing, and then they put these paintings in front of people, and they would put them in their eye, and they would flash these paintings in front of them. Samir did, and what happened was the area of the brain that was activated while, let's say, I was painting. Well, while you're looking at my artwork, the same area of your brain was activated. Now, That sounds kind of like spooky science, you know, maybe some particle entanglement going on or something. I don't know. I don't understand that. But in fact, these mirror neurons were activated, and when it was really more highly activated when people were looking at something that they felt that was beautiful art. And I know that gets kind of, you know, what is beautiful art, but we as we perceive the art is what's important. And if we perceive it to be beautiful, then we're going to have more of these mirror neurons connect. And we'll also if you're really loving this piece of art, the beauty, what activates this, you know, the default mode network is there's all kinds of structures, but mostly it's like the frontal lobe, and that is 10% more blood flow to the frontal lobe by looking at art that you find beautiful. Now, one thing that they did discover is that the more you tend to look at art, the more you start appreciating it, and you train yourself to look at it differently, and the beauty versus the ugly is still pronounced, but if you start appreciating the art, you can also appreciate some of, you know, I hate to call anything ugly because everything's, you know, I think, you know, dead leaves are beautiful. So, but that's the data that they found. And the other thing that was really cool is as we would look at the art and try to figure it out, the logic in the brain is working, you know, even some abstracts or even things that are very realism, all arts that are perceived to be beautiful, as we solve that puzzle, as we look at it, and as we start seeing it and feeling it, there's a reward circuit that's going on, and there's a little bit of bump of our favorite thing here, right? We all love a little dopamine, right? So it's totally different, and this little bump here was pretty cool because it actually was better than you know, some of the addictions and stuff that I might partake in. Like, man, I love a good barrel-aged beer. But anyway, dopamine comes from the reward system, and so like when we go to a museum or we're looking at art, or you know, my art is cubist based, so figuring the logic out gives you a little dopamine release. Well, this is all cool stuff. It really is amazing. But I get stuck, and many of us artists get stuck with this you know, what is beauty and what is ugly art, right? Because everybody says, you know, anything can be art, right? I mean, they sold a $100,000 banana peel on the wall with duct tape, right? So, you know, if that's your art, that's your art. But one thing that was really kind of cool is Cleveland Clinic, which is, man, they have so much art they have now in their hospitals, and they know how well it helps people heal. But they're curators. I mean, they pay them a lot. I mean, they're the best curators in the world. But what they found is that, you know, people might think that they know what you like or what's good art, and they'll tell you what's good art. But when they put them in the rooms, I mean, they were putting like $1 million piece of art in a hospital room, and people, if they perceived it to be ugly, it wouldn't matter. They didn't like it, and they had no positive response. So I guess I'm just rambling here, but I mean, you know, enjoy art, go out and look at it, find a style that you like, find an artist that you like, and enjoy it. Don't let anybody ever tell you what's good or bad. And I think, you know, that's kind of like my moral of the story. So anyway, neuroaesthetics. Okay, what we learned today about mirror neurons. Okay, that is unbelievable. Mirror neurons. And what's great about this too is that the default mode network in the frontal lobe, when you look at the beauty of art, when you find something that you like and you get that feeling, it is going to increase the blood flow. And this is a huge issue that we have, especially with our senior citizens. Am I talking about myself? Yeah. So anyway, this is huge. And that's why so many doctors now are prescribed, they're actually writing prescriptions to go to the museum and look at art, because art changes our body. All right, so this is part 2, right? All right, we're gonna come back and I got part 3, and we're just gonna keep going down this until I just kind of want to cover. There's two more pieces about this neuroaesthetics. So please be patient with me. I'm learning how to communicate with the camera, and I don't know, enjoy it with me. So peace out.